So in this video, I'm going to explore the campaigns functionality within Microsoft Dynamics 365 for sales, and specifically I'm going to look at the use case around using campaigns for planning purposes. Now, that's probably not the primary use case. In a separate video, we sort of focused in on using campaigns so that you can actually track your leads and opportunities against them and sort of start to get an understanding what your return on investment is from your marketing spend. That's probably the main use case. We've also touched on using campaigns as a means of generating or bulk generating activities. Again, two separate videos, and I'll put some links to those below. But probably the third use case for campaigns is be able to sort of track and organize your campaigns and sort of use them for planning purposes. So let's go into the system. I'll show you what I mean. I'm in the campaigns area here in this marketing section here, which is, this is very much the out of the box system. It's all test data. Now I've got a couple of test campaigns that I did for those videos that I mentioned earlier. But if I want to create a new campaign, I can do so. Just click on plus new. Then I get the new campaign dialog, and I'll just give that a name. Test. I'll call this test planning. And it automatically is let's remove one of those N's, shall we? And it'll automatically assign it a campaign code. It's asking it to specify a campaign type, and it's sort of by default saying it's an advertisement. This is the out of the box list. It's hardly exhaustive. You really want to tune this to your particular needs. Obviously, it's very easy to add fields and take fields away from this record, so it's easy to tune it, but out of the box it doesn't quite work as it stands, I don't think. Let's say my campaign type is going to be an event. I can log an expected response date. These three fields here are not out of the box. I've added those, and they're some roll-up fields effectively, or two roll-up fields and a calculated field that are tracking the estimated revenue and actual revenue on any associated opportunities, and the campaign profitability based on actual revenue minus the cost of the campaign. And then I've got information I can track about when it's going to start, when it actually starts, nature of the offer, etc. So some pretty basic information, so you can tune that to your particular needs. I've got effectively a status reason appearing at the top here, so we can actually track our campaigns through a sequence of statuses. So I've got a proposed one here, but I've also got the option to have ready to launch, complete, cancel, suspended. So various different options there. Obviously, again, you can tune those to your particular needs. The next area, just quickly touch on within the details tab here, I've got some financials. So I've got a roll up here that sort of picks up costs attributed to specific campaign activities. I can allocate the campaign a budget. Let's say I want to say 2,000. It would help if I could type 2,000. And I've got the ability to add in miscellaneous costs. I say it also accumulates costs based on the costs that appear on related activity records, and those two add up to our total cost. So that's the basic of the record. In terms of planning purposes, I've got this related area here, and I've got an area called planning activities, which if I just click on that, and by default it just says open activity associated view, but I'm just going to change that to the all planning activities, and I can now add an activity. So let's say I'm running an event and there's certain things we need to do in terms of preparing for that event. I can add various activity types. They're kind of the standard activity types that appear within Dynamics. So if I wanted to add a task, it's picking up that is for me, but I could assign it to somebody else, and I can just set out the various tasks that I want to have, allocate them out, and track those against this particular event. So if I just save that, or this particular campaign, if I just save and close it, then I can see that task there. So effectively what I can do is for any given event, I can build up a sequence of tasks. If we're having meetings, I can regarding this event, I can record those and what's discussed. I can track any phone conversations we've got. So we can start to sort of build up, everything that's going on in one place. So that's one element of it. Also, within that related area here, I've got the ability to assign target products. So what particular products we're trying to sell with this particular campaign. So I could add existing products. So if I just click on that, see the ones I've got set up in the back end of the system. So the system allows us to track product sets within the system. So I've got a widget 1 and a widget 2 as sort of test data. I could add those in as being the products we're looking to promote. And also within the related area, I can sort of pick out key items to sales literature. Obviously, we do sales literature management within the CRM system as well, but we can link particular sales literature items to our campaign. So if I want to do that, I'm going to just, again, have a look at what we've got there. We've got various different items. So I might want to be promoting an industry white paper that we've done. So I might add that to that. Now, one of the things we can also do is, let's say that we're running similar events with similar sets of tasks. I can also copy a campaign if I wanted to. If there's a standard set of tasks that happen for every event we run, then we can just set that up, set one of these up as a default and copy it. So look, I don't think it's the most compelling use case for campaigns within Dynamics. I think the whole notion of being able to sort of track your leads and opportunities against particular campaigns you've got in the system and sort of do your sort of return on investment tracking is probably the most powerful aspect to it. But, there may well be a role for planning campaigns. It's good for people to have visibility within the CRM system of the marketing campaigns that are upcoming, that are taking place, and to be able to sort of get detail of that. As I say, probably not the most compelling use case, but it may work for some people, and it's worth being aware of that capability. Anyway, hopefully that helps. Just as a thought, if you are using Dynamics, feel you want to get a bit more out of it and looking for some guidance on next steps, always happy to help. Put some links below. Always happy to have a chat with people about their Dynamics CRM system and try and sort of point them in the right direction. Anyway, hopefully that's been helpful. We've got quite a number of other Dynamics 365 videos on the channel. Please feel free to check those out. Also, if you've got suggested content ideas, there's a link for that below. Anyway, thanks very much for your time today, and hopefully see you again soon.